You had Amerigo Vespucci that named this place. You had his cousin Africanus. You had Columbus. Jake didn't do that, man.
They called their land after their own names. Nevertheless, man, being in honor abroad not, he like the beasts that perish, that their way is their folly. Yea, their prosperity appearing their saying Salah.
We read the first part of that. It is the beasts that perish. Hey, because your people were like beasts, man.
Nevertheless, this is Psalm 49 and 12. Nevertheless, man being in honor abroad not, he is like the beasts that perish.
Yeah, because your people were like beasts, man. When you all got off those ships to this side of the world, man, if it wasn't for Gad, you all would have died, man. Even when we had to push you all up into those caves, we had to get you all away from us, man, because you would have sex with animals. It tells you that in Job, man. He wouldn't allow the Edomites, these so-called Caucasians today, to dwell by his damn animals, man, because you would rape them. You all didn't have to know any better, man. But hey, even when y'all, like I said, when you all got off those boats, if it wasn't for Gad, a lot of you all would have died, man. You all didn't know what to wear. You all didn't know what to eat or how to make modern medicines.
Verse 13, their way is their folly, yet their prosperity appeareth their saying Salah.
Yeah, so the posterity will be you children today, man, the future generations. You all let's say like, oh man, that's bad what you all went through, but you all just gotta forgive and forget. But meanwhile, you all keep it going just by waking up in the morning, man. Just by getting those benefits your forefathers left you as a blessing, man. That's basically you. That's basically you still benefiting off his rape, robbery, and murder, man. And secretly behind closed doors, we know what you tell your kids, man. You always say to your kids, hey, you a white man. These are niggas, man. Fuck them. Yep. You know what I mean? That's the truth. You got that
Ezekiel 35. This is Ezekiel.
Like the last four verses of the chapter.
This
Hey man, and then hey, you heathens are gonna pay homage to us, man, in the kingdom because hey, if it wasn't for us, you all wouldn't fucking be walking around this motherfucker, man. You all were a bunch of homosexuals from the fucking beginning, man. You all were beasts from the beginning, man. Hey, how Daniel interpreted the dreams, how Joseph interpreted the dreams, man. If it wasn't for the Most High giving us that blessing, man, a lot of you heathens wouldn't even fucking be here, man.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 12. It says, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel.
That ultimate blasphemy was calling yourself the Israelites, man. Not only did you forward our affliction so much where you were fucking killing our kids, chopping off their rods, raping them, doing every wicked and vile act. You know what I mean? At least the heathens, when we were enslaved, we were in different captivities. The Babylonian captivity, Assyrian captivity, even in Egypt, we still knew we were Israelites. We were still allowed to worship our power, man. But you all, not only you all took it above and beyond, man.
Yeah, it says, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume.
So basically, when the Most High hid his face from us, you all came in and say, hey, well, the Most High is not with them, we're going to take them down now.
Verse 13, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me, I have heard them.
And that's all those lies, man. You want to hold that Psalms, I think it's that 64, which they accomplish a diligent search. That's all those lies, man, because, hey, your lies are like a sword too, man. You know what I mean? It talks about Hebrews 4 and 12, the word of Yahweh being that sharp instrument, man, that two-edged sword, man. Your lies were the biggest, one of the biggest swords, man. Because that's how you really took down Gad with those lies, man. All those peace treaties. You know what I mean? That's how you got a lot of these Israelites brainwashed today, man, with your lies. You got the Big Bang Theory. You got the fucking New World Order, fucking belief, all the beliefs in these false gods. You know what I mean? The Roman Catholic Church. That's all lies, man. Keep going.
Verse 14. Thus saith Yahweh, power, when the whole earth rejoice, I will make thee desolate.
God, yeah, the whole earth is rejoicing right now, man. This shit is about to come, man. It's the beginning of sorrows is coming, man. It tells you in Exodus, in second Exodus, man. Wait, when they should think they should be in a good case, man. All the victuals are cheap. Hey, but guess what, man? This place is going to shit, man. Hey, cannibalism, death, destruction, famine. Hey, great tribulation is right around the corner, man.
Verse 15.
Yeah, I think you can read that to the end.
All right, verse 15. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate.
And that's what you all do now, man. You sit up there in your skyscrapers and be like, oh, look at these niggas down here. Look at these spicks, wetbacks, these coons. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to be doing to you in the kingdom, man.
It says, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee, that thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir and all Idumea. Even all of it, and they shall know that I am Yahweh.
God, if Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to do all these things for his name's sake and for his people, man. And rightfully so, man, because, hey, you forward our affliction way beyond what it really had to go, man. So that's why you have to get that double cup, man. That's why the Most High is going to give us spiritual powers in the kingdom to enslave you. Because there's certain things that we just not going to do to you. We're not going to fucking circumcise your women. We're not going to rape your children. We ain't going to cut your rods off. You know what I mean? We not fucking barbaric in that. We not homosexuals, man. We're not we're not monsters in that sense. But the Most High is gonna fucking give us that double, give us those powers to give you that double reward, man. And that, hey, and the kingdom is gonna be terrible, man. The way one of the brothers described it, you're gonna think we're the devil in the kingdom, man.
Right, and the Salakia, brother, but the Most High didn't give us the spirit of that barbarian mentality, man. You know, it's not in our culture to want to put our hands on another man's rod, man. That's something with you Edomites. Can I just jump in and say something based on what you said? Basically, you said how they kept our heritage away from us. And so, that being the history that was in the third kingdom, which they pulled out of the Bible. That's why people are so confused about it now. Like these people walking around in the days taking pictures of lights and pretty pictures of lights, man. But if they actually read their Bible, the Bible speaks against the holiday that's referred to as Christmas, man. Just read Jeremiah the 10th chapter, man. You people call yourself Christians and you're not Christians at all, man. You don't know anything about the Bible. If you read the Bible, you wouldn't be out here taking pictures of these windows, man. Because the Bible clearly speaks about decorating a tree with silver and gold and worshiping it. All right? It tells you that that's wicked and it's a sin, man. But anyway, this is Judah, the fifth chapter, all right? And it says, starting at verse 17, and it says, and whilst they sin not before their God, they prosper, because the power that have hated iniquity was with them, all right? It said, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many, hold on, I can't see, hold on. I'll read. They were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and they were led captives into lands that was not theirs. And in the temples of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by enemies. But now they are returned to their power, all right? And I come up from the places where they were scattered, and I possess Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power be for them, and we become reproached before all the world. So, with that, these Edomites read this passage, and it's how they fomented the plan, which is written in the books of Psalm 83, on how to take down and destroy the Israelites, man. All right? And one of the ways they destroyed and took down the Israelites was by giving them these wicked religions and these false holidays, which the Bible actually speaks against. They have nothing to do with Christ, man. All right? And how they're trying to shield their children from seeing the truth, but they're fastly taking them to the wickedness stuff. They're walking by trying to shield their children's face from the truth. All right?
And a lot lot of these
Hey,
holidays.
death unto them little niggas over there too, man. All right? Death unto them, man.
A lot of these holidays, hey, a lot of these holidays are primarily really to sacrifice us, man. Like Christmas, hey, we probably get sacrificed on that day, man. Thanksgiving, we were getting sacrificed. Black Friday, we were getting sacrificed, man. And a lot of you Israelites know it, and that's why you all will get to put to death, because you still want to celebrate the shit, man. I got something for you, man. This Tobit 13, I'm gonna start at 3. It says, confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he hath scattered us among them. Therefore declare his greatness and extol him before all the living, for he is our Lord.
So when you read a scripture like that, the first thing that comes to my mind is, where are all the Jewish people scattered among the heathen trying to wake up their brothers, man? Where are their camps at? You know why? Because they're not the Israelites, man. They're not the people of the Lord. And that scripture doesn't pertain to them, man. Because according to them, they've always known who they were. All right? And the scriptures clearly tell you that the people of the Lord will be scattered among the heathen, and that their heritage will be erased. And in the end of days, they'd have to be reminded of who they are. All right? And so this is prophecy. Even the prophecy of this board is written in the Bible. And the names that they're on. And I dare you to ask me to prove it, man. Okay? Because everything that's out here, we can prove it, man, right out of the scriptures.
It says, therefore declare his greatness and extol him before all the living.
Get Baruch 2 and 30.
For he is our Lord, he is our God, our Father forever.
And we're declaring him before the nations, man. And his name is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. All right? The oldest Paleo-Hebrew known to man, all right? Or some people refer to as Phoenician, ancient Phoenician, man, was found here in America, man, down in Las Lunas, New Mexico. All right? The oldest Bible that was actually written in the Assyrian script of Hebrew, what some of you ignorantly call Aramaic, was found among the Native American tribe, man. All right? And the president of the Smithsonian Museum in 1783, he took all the evidence that proving these people were Israelites, that they were Hebrews, and he had it buried under the bottom of those museums, man. And Glenn Beck brought it out on Fox News. All right, he brought it out on primetime TV on Fox News, and then he got fired after that, man. Because he proved that what we come out here and say is true, man, on national TV. But yet you people don't want to listen, man. But this is also prophesied that this would happen. That the people of the Lord will come back to remembrance of who they were, man. And that the imposters that's running around saying that they Jewish, those aren't the people of the Lord, man. Read your Bible, man. You're all supposed to be Christians. But you don't know anything about the Bible, man. What you people are good at is at church. You're good at church and church doctrines, man. And churches tell you lies, man, so they can get your money, man. It's as simple as that. So you can be wooed and mesmerized by pictures and windows. Lights like you're a bunch of zombies, man. They show you that in the zombie movie, man. How they would set off fireworks to distract the zombies. That's what you people look like. Ooh, wow, gas. That's exactly what you look like, man. Like you're a bunch of 3-year-olds. Mesmerized at crayons. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, and he will scourge us for our iniquities, and will have mercy again, and will gather us out of all nations, and among whom he has scattered us. So, hey, when did the Khazars ever go into slavery? And why would the Most High have to show us mercy again? You know what I mean? The Khazars, like how the elders said, they've always known they were the Jews. But hey, I'm going to bring up the prophecy to back you up, that we wouldn't even be in that land. It says Baruch 2 verse 29.
The water, brother, I just asked you. He holding it. That's his spirit. Go ahead. No, let him read it. He started. Let him read it. Go ahead.
It says, if you will not hear my voice, certainly this very great multitude shall be turned into a small nation, small number among the nations, where I will scatter them.
Right?
For I knew they
And we were, because these people among the nations that they're scattered among, what are they called? They're called minorities. All right? That's what they're called, man. These people on this side. All right? The most important one, the one that you guys aren't looking at. All right? Go ahead.
It says, for I knew they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Right? Because our people are stiff-necked and hard-headed. And we can present the evidence and the proof and the history, and they still will ignore this, man. Just like the scripture said, the majority of them would. Only a few of them are gonna hear this, man. Go ahead.
But in the land of their captivities.
Right, in the land of their captivities. All these names over here, these are the lands of our captivities. What's gonna happen?
They shall remember themselves.
They shall remember themselves. Right? That's two camps in Mexico now. One right there in cartel land, man. Right? You got that one brother going out right there in the middle of the cartel land, man. Telling them, hey, and Yahweh willing, some of them cartel dudes wake up, man. And they gonna start teaching their people. And they gonna be like, hey, I done already killed a bunch of you. I killed some more. You done wake your dumb ass up. But yeah.
I saw a camp in, I believe, Chile. I know it's the tribe of Naphtali.
Yeah,
I'm not really too sure, like,
I've seen
their
it,
doctrine, but I've seen a guy preaching out there.
Well, I've seen the dude, and he's wearing his garment with the fringes and the border of blue, so they know they Israelites, man. That's what the point, man. And then the brother just told me too. There's a camp in Australia now, man. And they're starting to go out now, man. So did we not tell you that there were gonna be camps of the confusion of face rising up, man? Hey, just like they had the rise of the planet of the apes, man. It's the rise of the planet of the jakes. Right? You got a question, brother?
Well, my question is, I'm actually studying real history.
Say again?
I'm studying actual history.
Okay, and
there's no way the people from Nigeria the base in Nigeria,
right,
could end up starting out in Israel.
How's that?
Well, how did they get there?
They got there from the Rome, when the Romans came in and conquered Jerusalem. They fled into northern Africa, and they fled into West Africa, and they settled along the Niger River. So Senegal, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Ghana, all those places, Mali, all those places were full of Israelites, man. If we got from Babylon to Timbuktu out here, well, if you write this down, okay, well, if you write down Rudolph Winter, historian, all right, the historian, the scholar.
He had to because
the Romans chased him out of there. They destroyed Jerusalem. All right. Well, what you got? Right. Right. And the majority of, and what part of it? What part of the Israelites was in Jerusalem when that happened? Which part of the families? No, they weren't. The northern kingdom was not there. Only the southern kingdom. Right? Some of them are down there. Some of them are. Some of them are, but not all of them. You're right about that. You're right. But then you can't prove through DNA. Let me tell you why DNA is a false way to go. First of all, the scientists have already admitted that they falsified DNA. Number two, they don't respect true land migrations. A lot of people are in lands that they're not indigenous to, but yet they'll take a landmass, take samples of blood from a particular landmass, and then they'll give you DNA from that landmass, but the original inhabitants aren't there for them to take the DNA from. So DNA is flawed when you look at it from that standpoint. You have to go to the original inhabitant. The original inhabitants of Greece are not there. All right? You got, but we jumping around. But let's go back. But let's go back to your first question.
Americans were African.
Let's go back to your first question, man, because you're jumping around a bit. We never settled.
How did they get from Israel to Nigeria?
And that's what we're talking about. And but you got to let the information come out. As soon as we start talking, you jump to something else. If we're gonna have a dialogue, we gotta debate that cause. So that one thing at a time. Let's do it in order. Let's have a discourse. Okay. So read what happened in 70 AD. What you're kind of familiar with. But go ahead, read it.
This is Luke chapter 21, verse 20.
Right.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies,
right,
then know that the desolation thereof is near.
Right, the desolation, the destruction of it. So the Lord prophesied this before he passed away. All right, before he gave himself up to for the sake of his people. But go ahead. He told them this would happen. Go ahead.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Right, and so who fled? Now remember, when Moses first fled into the mountains, he fled into North Africa. That's exactly where he went to. Because you got to remember, when and can we both agree that the ancient Egyptians was a dark race of people, African people? Okay, we can agree on that. Good, because they were. All you gotta do is a little research. Now Moses was mistaken for an African. So was Paul. And why you think that the Lord and his Lord's mother and father went hid among the Africans? Why? To blend in, because he could go and blend in and hide among the Africans. That's why they did that. That's the reason why they fled into Africa, to blend in with another brown people. Okay? That's why they did that. Okay, so go ahead.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
Right? So basically, he was saying that once the Romans surround that city, don't try to go back into that. Flee away. All right? What's that? The ancient the guy Hannibal. All right? When you find out that Hannibal Barca, that his and that his grandfather was a part of North Africa. When you do your research, you find out that the what do they call them? Carthagins. You find out that the Carthagins was a refuge city for Jews. That Carthage was full of Jews, man. When you do your research, that's what I'm telling you. Go and do it. You're gonna find out that Carthage. You're gonna find out that we getting there.
Check her off the land around her. He said, if you take the cow skin, wherever you lay it out at, that'll be your land. She cut it into a strip. Made those strips out and laid out Carthagena. All the people came to Carthagena are Phoenician from Syria.
And what language is? What do they call this? What do they call it? What do they call this language? What is it called? What are the names of it? You just said it.
Syria?
What does that say? That's Phoenician, man. That's the Yah, that's the Ha, that's the Wa, the Ha. Yahweh. Same way, and they'll say Yahweh, but it's Yahweh. It's the same language. This just is the original. So anyway, okay, let's go back to where we were. They went into Carthage. Hannibal Barca was in Carthage. Okay. When you do your research, you will find. That's what I'm telling you. You'll find out that his grandfather was a Jew. And that was a safe haven for Jews.
His grandfather was a Berber tribesman leader. He was a Berber tribesman leader. That much I do know. That's why he was a general.
You're right, but he was also an Israelite, man. All right. Now, anyway, getting back to it, when you go, it can be if you let it finish.
He was from
now,
North
listen,
Africa.
he wasn't from there.
General.
They weren't from there.
You know how long the walk is from Africa to Israel? It's only 7 days. You know what I mean? Hey, September. No, you don't. You can walk to Egypt. You can walk from Egypt to Israel to come out.
You still be in the Roman Empire. Why don't you flee the Roman Empire and stay in the Roman Empire?
They went and, dude, what did we just talk about? What? You're right. That's why they were there. That's exactly why they were there, man. Anyway, when you go to Rudolph, when you go to Rudolph, are you gonna let the information come out? You won't let it come out. If you're not gonna let the information come out, you just walk on the street, man. Because this is turning into an argument. You're not letting the information come out, man. You're not letting the information come out, man.
During the Byzantine,
we're not having a discourse. We just sound like two idiots yelling back and forth with each other at this point. You know what? This is not for you, man. Go on down the street, man. Go ahead, man.
Jake don't get that there's fucking migratory patterns.
He done right.
It's like, bro, we had to leave the land of Israel. Like, okay, so yeah, let's say you do have some Romans in fucking Egypt at that fucking time. So fucking what? The Most High still made sure we got from fucking Israel to fucking the western parts of Africa.
Man, when you read the book of Acts, they came from all over the known world at that time. All right? They came from India, they came from Asia. They came from cities from all over the place, man. The Israelites were everywhere. Matter of fact, get that, just to prove this clown, this guy don't know what he's talking about. Go to Acts, the 2nd chapter. All right? They were mixed in with all the heathens. That's why it says he's going to gather them up from among the people that they're scattered among, man. Go ahead, read it.
Acts, you want to start 1?
No. Started about where it says...
Should be like 9.
Yeah, somewhere around 7 or 9. When it starts talking about, it talked about, first it lets you know that they were Jews, and then it tells you where they were coming from. So start reading the countries and the cities that they were coming from. Read.
I'm starting at 5. This Acts 2 and 5.
Right.
And they were dwelling at Jerusalem, Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
Right?
Now when there was now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and they were confounded.
Right?
Because that every man heard them speak in his own language.
Right?
And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, behold, are not all these, behold, are not all these which speak Galileans?
Right?
And here we every man in his own tongue where we were born.
Right?
It says Parthians and Medes and Elamites.
Right. What it say?
Parthians and Medes and Elamites.
Right, and Medes. So they came, the Medes were way up north of them. The Elamites were way east of them. Go ahead. Damn, they're half a continent away, man. Go ahead.
And the dwellers of Mesopotamia, and in Judea, and in Cappadocia, and in Pontus, and in Asia.
Right?
It says Parthia.
And in Pontus, and in Asia. Come on, man. But North Africa is Egypt is what? Just a couple hours away by foot?
Yeah.
By foot?
You on a camel or a horse?
Right. But he can't see how and why so where did they flee to then?
Hey, we were dwelling. You know how long we dwelt in Egypt? You mean to tell me?
And then he just agreed that they were all dark people. So you saying they fled into Europe? Some of them did, but come on, man. So where did they go? Or they all stayed and died and they just don't exist anymore.
It says Parthia and Pamphylia in Egypt, and in the parts of Liberia, in the parts of Libya, in Cyrene, and in strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes. So damn, man, that name damn near all four corners of the world, man.
Of the known world at the time, because no one really knew about the Americans except the Israelites, man, at that time.
What that guy was doing, he wasn't filtering the history that he reads through the scriptures. Because you gotta filter it through the scriptures or it'll throw you off.
And he also wasn't humble enough to listen to it. He didn't have the aptitude to wait for explanations. He didn't have the aptitude to get the understanding, man.
He thinking Hannibal was a damn Hamite too.
Exactly.
Because he's simple. He didn't realize the history of the actual Israelites. They were scattered into the four corners of the earth and took on other customs. It was called after the different nations of the world.
Which is why we read that passage to solidify that. But that guy
He don't know that part of it. So he'll read North African or he'll read Roman and actually think it's talking about a Roman in North Africa.
Right, when in Rome was just like standing out here. All nations were there. All nations were in Rome. All right, everybody was in Rome, just like you got everybody in America, man. But people can't, you know why they can't conceive that? Because they've been brainwashed by Hollywood, man, and white lies, whitewash history. That's why they can't conceive that. Because when you watch movies on ancient Rome, all you see is white people. But no, that wasn't true. Rome was just like Chicago, just like New York. Everybody was there. But they didn't portray that in their movies, man. So people don't have that concept that when you read Rome, that it was a mass multitude of people. They don't have that understanding, man. That's why that guy was so combative and confused.
You ask him his nationality, though, I bet you say American, though.
Yeah, of course he would.
You wouldn't get it, though.
Because that's what it was, man.
That old saying, all roads lead to Rome.
All roads lead to Rome, man. All nations of the world were in Rome, modern day, ancient Rome, and they were here in modern day Rome, man.
Because even American army has...
Even at the top of these light poles, you can see the remnant of Rome still here, man. This is modern day Rome, man. Right? You go to our court buildings, you go to certain museums, you even go to some of these homes that are built, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
This is a book, Nature Knows No Color Line by J.A. Rogers, which gives you some real history. There's articles in here that talk about the intermixture of whites and blacks in ancient Rome.
There you go, man.
And they actually give you what this man documented. It's artifacts, man. Statues.
And artifacts. Get
Psalms
85 and 11, man.
The actual God, and what's the book of Ephesians?
Diana
was a black woman.
Yeah, she was, man. Well, so was Zeus originally.
Exactly.
Before they whitewashed.
Yeah, Europe.
All right?
Europe.
So Hey, he's think he's dealing with some dummies up here, man. You're not, man. We've confounded professions, man.
Are you Jewish?
No, we're not Jewish.
Are you Christian?
No, we're Israelites. There's a difference between being
Israelites
Jewish.
and Jewish.
No, they're not. Jewish, the suffix ish means to be like or pertaining to. The Jewish people are converts. They were never been Israelites.
What's your religion?
They're converts. Religion, what does the word religion mean?
How do you work this out?
No, that's not what religion means. Religion comes from a Latin word which means religio. All right, it means to constrict, to combine, to tie down. That's what the origin, the etymology of the word religion means. So we don't believe in religion, we believe in the scriptures, what's written in it. All right, and what's written in the scriptures, yeah, absolutely, and what's written in the Bible, religion has nothing to do with. If you actually start reading the Bible comes against, get Jeremiah the 10th chapter real quick, just to prove a point. 10, 1 through 5, just to prove a point. All right, because what all these people do, most of these people call themselves Christian or Jewish or something to that effect. But let's read what the Bible actually has to say about the holiday which they call Christmas, man. And just look around you as we read it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1.
Right?
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
So this Bible is to the house of Israel and only them, not all people. Never been to all people. But go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord.
That's what religion says, all people. Because they confused. It's two sets of Gentiles. There's an Israelite foreigner that didn't know or were practicing the way of the heathen, and then there was the actual natural Gentiles who were the other nations. And they don't explain that point. Go ahead.
Of the house of Israel, right? Thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
So learn not their ways. Go ahead.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Right?
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
So they're dismayed at the signs of heaven. You know, all the moons and stuff. They're dismayed at that. Let them finish it, please. Go ahead.
For the customs of the people are vain.
For the customs of the people are vain. Vanity, man. They're worthless. Go ahead.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
One cutteth a tree out of the forest. I'm looking across the street at a tree. Go ahead.
The work of the hands of the workmen.
Right? With the axe. So a man with the axe, working with the axe, cuts down a tree. Then what does he do with it?
They deck it with silver and with gold.
They decorate it with silver and with gold. That's right out the Bible, man. Go ahead.
They fasten it with nails.
They fasten it with nails so it stands straight up. Go ahead.
That it moves not.
That it move not. The Bible specifically speaks against this holiday and who the world ignorantly calls Christ or Yahweh or Yahshua or whatever they want to call him. They're all calling him by the wrong name. Mashiach, whatever they're saying. He was born during the Passover. The Passover comes in the spring, not in the heart of winter. So this has got nothing to do with his birthday. This is exactly what this Bible is talking about, my friends. So all this is vanity and false religion. That's what this is, man. All these celebrations and lights, the Lord is against that, my man. Go ahead.
They are upright as the palm tree.
Right, they are upright as the palm tree. Christmas trees do look like palm trees down there.